album review time. So for
Yes.
this week, we have decided to listen to and discuss the brand new album Swing Fever by Rod Stewart and Jools Holland. So Swing Fever is a collaborative album by British singer Rod Stewart, or Sir Rod Stewart, sorry, and English composer Jools Holland, released on February 23rd, 2024. It features Holland's rhythm and blues orchestra and contains cover songs from the big band era. All right, Eric, your thoughts on this seemingly random album?
So here's the thing. Like I always thought Rod Stewart, like he had his debut, like obviously in the early 90s, probably 80s too, like Forever Young,
Oh, his solo, yeah, his solo
uh
stuff. Yeah, no,
yeah,
I
his
think he's
solo
earlier
stuff.
because his solo
Yeah,
stuff
he's
might have
definitely
been
earlier. He's
disco
yeah,
stuff. Yeah,
80s and stuff like that.
yeah.
Um like I remember growing up as a kid listening to Rod Stewart, and I knew who Rod Stewart. He did that song with Sting and Brian Adams, All for One. And
Oh my
I
god,
remember
I
I remember that
forgot that
song,
song
and
existed.
I would hear that song over and over again in my youth. And so like I was very familiar with who Rod Stewart is. And there was only one real song that I actually liked. Um and I can't remember the name of it, but I'll have to look it up here. But I'll give you the review. It's one of his hits. It was actually in one of the Grand Theft Auto games.
What?
That's what I remember. Anyways, um, see. So the thing is that like I wasn't really a fan of Rod Stewart. Wasn't a fan. However, however, I have I would say guilty pleasure for like big band and crooner style music. And I have to say, Kim, I don't know what you're gonna think of me after this. I really love this album.
Really?
I actually thought his voice suited this style of music
I agree. I
way
agree.
better than anything that he's ever. I feel like this is anything better than anything he's come out with.
Wow, really? Better than like his stuff in Faces, like Maggie
Yeah,
May and oh,
yeah,
okay, okay.
yeah. Yeah, like I don't know, like I felt the grooving. I was like, this is so like every once in a while I'll get this inclination to put on like Michael Bublé, Frank Sinatra,
Right.
Dean Martin, like all these like big band like
Mm.
swing. Harry Connick Jr. Jeff Goldblum has actually been added to this list with his band. So like I mean like this is definitely being added to that playlist of when I get the inclination, because there's just nothing like you're just grooving in the car and then you hear just like the and I don't know what it is, but it just gets me grooving and I love it. And I think I am going to actually, this is going to be the highest rated album I've given this year. So
Yeah, so they definitely captured a specific era in American music on this album. Like that swing era of big band, like they've definitely captured that sort of magic on this one. Uh all, I just feel like it's sort of weird that we're in 2024 and someone has decided to release a swing
oh,
album.
I love it. I love
Like
it.
for me it just seems like an odd choice.
Mm,
But it is a very good album. Now obviously all these songs are cover songs. They're not
mhm.
all I don't think there's any originals on this one. They're all cover songs.
No.
But they did have a very good selection of swing standards
Mm.
on this one. And everything sounded really good. Like the band is just like kicking it. It's actually really tight. And
And his voice, like it
yeah,
almost had like a Louis Armstrong
yeah.
kind of like sound to his voice, and it just like if anything Rod Stewart has done, he should have done this at the beginning, because he would have been that generation of like Michael Bublé, Frank Sinatra, because there's always one
Oh,
person
yeah.
in that generation that always continues the torch,
Right.
right? So,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
oh.
he's done well for himself, regardless. But
Mhm.
I don't know. When I listened to this album, I I thought it was good, and um it sounded like they were just having fun with it. It wasn't like an
Mhm.
overly serious album. I think it just really sounded like they were having fun with it and they were just enjoying playing these songs.
Mhm.
And then Rod Stewart's voice, like it's pretty good for this like genre of
Mhm.
music. It actually fit really well, much better than his disco era. Like his disco stuff
Mhm.
is like, oh my god, I can't deal with this. But like the tonality of his voice on this album, it's just like, oh, this actually fits really well with
Mhm.
swing, which is nice.
I will definitely go see this live if he tours. 100%. But only if he does this album. That's it.
Oh
That is the only thing. If he does anything out of his other catalog,
yeah,
I will walk out of there. Mhm.
um overall, like pretty good. I must say though, the very last cover, Tennessee Waltz,
Oh, it's so
was
good. It's so good.
so good.
Mhm.
I can't believe they pulled that one off. Like obviously the core song itself is like obviously like really good. But man, they really did a good cover of this one.
Yeah, and so when I listened to this when we were doing this, I was like, "Oh yeah, this was on the list," and I was like, "This is gonna be like another, it's okay, I guess."
Yeah, yeah,
But I actually really enjoyed it, and I felt the consistency of the album was perfect, and just to end it with Tennessee Waltz was like the perfect decision.
yeah.
It was the perfect decision that these guys made.
Yeah,
And I
it
don't think Rod Stewart was making these decisions. I really think Jools Holland was.
probably.
But good on them. This album kicked ass in my books.
Yeah. No, that last song, Tennessee Waltz. Oh my god, that was like that is one of my favorite songs released this year. It's
Mhm.
just so good.
It's
Um,
crazy because it's a cover.
yeah,
It's a cover, and it's the best song that's been released this year.
yeah, it's so good.
Mhm.
Um, anyways, let's wrap this one up. Eric, final thoughts, ratings for Swing Fever by Rod Stewart and Jools Holland.
Okay. I for whatever judgment. I can't give it a 10. I can't give it a 10, even though my biased, like, inner, like, guilty pleasure is like, I give it a 10. I can't
Mhm.
because it is a cover album, technically.
Right.
So I'm going to have to give it a 9 out of 10.
Wow, a 9 out of
A
10.
9 out of 10
Damn. But
for
on the
me. This
enjoyment scale, 10 out of 10.
on the enjoyment scale,
Yeah.
this is all the songs are being added to my crooner list that I have.
Nice.
Mhm.
Um, I'm actually gonna give it pretty high too. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10 because it
Mhm.
just like it's just really easy listening and it's not to
Oh.
the point of it being cheesy. Like with this specifically this genre of music, there is so many ways you could just like overdo it and it becomes
Mhm.
just like the cheesiest like Las Vegas residency throwback type of album, but they
Mhm.
did it really well. And it's just enjoyable to listen to. And Tennessee Waltz, honestly, that closer, so good.
Oh,
Um, so
it was one of these albums that like, oh, this starts off really good. Oh, the next song's really good. And then it just
yeah,
like keeps going.
yeah,
It's just awesome.
yeah.
So yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10.
Mhm.
It's a very very good album. Yeah. All right. That was Swing Fever by Rod Stewart and Jools Holland. For those of you who are following along with us every single week, the album that we are going to be listening to and discussing will be the brand new self titled Liam Gallagher and John Squire album, which hopefully is very good because Liam Gallagher's in the news again. He was asked about Oasis being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because this is, I believe, the first year they're eligible, and he said a bunch of swear words, and I have no idea what they mean. To be honest, I think he just made up a bunch of words and just started throwing it out. But he basically said he doesn't fucking care about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But he used all these like swear words that I've never heard of in my life. So,
Is that the
anyways,
one? Is that the video that you sent me when he's like, "Christmas is boring"?
no, that one, but Liam
Uh,
Gallagher, he's like off his rocker. It's so funny.
uh,
But anyways, brand new collaboration between Liam Gallagher and John Squire of Stone Roses fame. They're doing a album together and it's been released. So that is the album that we are going to be discussing for next week.
mhm.
And with that, that is the end of the podcast. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We're here live at twitch.tv/ the Crossroads Music Podcast at 10 p.m. ET, 7 p.m. PT, Wednesday for next week. Catch us on Spotify, Apple Music, all those places. YouTube is where all the all these episodes also go up, and where you can write fan mail to us and tell us how wrong we are about AI and album art
And everything.
how we don't care about anything about visual art and don't understand it. You can just yell at us there if you want. But that's it for this week. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and we will catch you all next time.